Good morning, this is Athavan newspaper highlights. I am Edward Udaydas with the highlights of today's English newspapers. Firstly, let's have a look on the Daily Mirror. The main headline says, US commends Sri Lanka on passage of Office of Missing Persons Bill. The US said yesterday the passage of the bill to set up an Office of Missing Persons by the Sri Lanka government was a historic step towards achieving reconciliation. While congratulating Sri Lanka for passing the bill, Assistant Secretary of State for Democracy, Human Rights and Labour, Tom Malinowski said in a Twitter message, the move was remarkable in the pursuit of justice, reconciliation and accountability for all. Office of Missing Persons review method used to pass bill, Joe tells Speaker. The OMP cannot be considered as an independent commission and is not under the purview of the CC. The joint opposition yesterday requested Speaker Karu Jayasuriya to review the procedure followed in passing the Office of Missing Persons Bill. MP Dinesh Gunawardena told Parliament that the procedure followed in passing the bill should be looked into as it seemed that the legislation was passed in violation of the Constitution. He said the members of the proposed OMP are to be appointed by the Constitutional Council. Right to Information Commission to be set up this month. According to sources, the members of the commission will be named soon. The Constitutional Council has decided to set up the Right to Information Commission that is to be established in keeping with the Right to Information Act before the end of this month. Ranil on observation tour to China. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe will visit China on an observation tour from today to August 17, the Prime Minister's office said yesterday. The delegation, which included Minister Anura Priyadarshini Yapa and Patali Champika Ranawaka, are expected to visit industrial zones, container terminals, financial centers and other industrial hubs during the visit. Secondly, let's move to daily news. The main headline says, New Colombo Financial City Deal inked. Agreement signed by former government replaced. The Megapolis and Western Development Ministry, Urban Development Authority and Czech Port City Colombo Limited entered into a tripartite agreement for the development of a new financial city, replacing the agreement signed by the former government on September 16, 2014 for the construction of a port city. Norway expresses appreciation over government's reconciliation development process. Sri Lanka and Norway will take effective steps to increase cooperation in several areas including fisheries, information technology, energy, hydro and solar power and oil and gas exploration. These subjects were discussed during the bilateral discussions between President Maithripala Sirisena and Norwegian Prime Minister Erna Solberg at the Presidential Secretariat yesterday. Solberg expressed appreciation over the steps taken by the current government to strengthen democracy, reconciliation and development. FR filed by PAFREL over LG election fixed for support. The Supreme Court yesterday fixed for support on September 19 a fundamental rights petition filed by People's Action for Free and Fair Election (PAFREL) seeking an order to hold the local government election forthwith in respect of the local authorities in which the delimitation are finalized or in the entire island which were to be held in 2015 and 2016. Ex-LTTE combatant vehemently rejects toxin substance allegation. An ex-LTTE combatant who was rehabilitated by the government vehemently rejected allegations that they were injected with toxin substances. His denial came in the wake of a resolution to be submitted to the Northern Provincial Council using the government to obtain the services of international experts to ascertain that these rehabilitated former LTTE members were injected with toxin substances. Finally, let's move to Ceylon today. The main headline says, 3 parties ink new port city deal. A tripartite agreement was signed yesterday between the Ministry of Megapolis and Western Development, the Urban Development Authority and Czech Port City Colombo Limited to develop and form the new Colombo International Financial City. The agreement signed by the 3 parties in the presence of Ministers Champika Ranawaka, Malik Samaravikrama and Arjuna Ranatunga would formally replace the previous agreement signed on 16 September 2014 between the Government of Sri Lanka and the project company. Lasantha murder probe, CID hunts for editor's diary. The CID has launched a probe to figure out which high-ranking police officer in the department had got hold of the diary that was taken from the vehicle used by former Sunday leader editor Lasantha Wickramatunge on the day of his slaying. CID sources said the diary used by the former journalist had been misplaced for the past 7 years, and if it could be located, it would invariably lead to many other disclosures concerning the murder. SLFPers in bid to unite MS, MR and CBK. A group of senior SLFP MPs is aiming to get President Maithripala Sirisena, his predecessor Mahinda Rajapaksa and ex-President Chandrika Kumaratunga to patch up their differences and come together on one platform in the party's 65th anniversary celebrations scheduled to be held in Kurunegala early next month. With that, let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to other newspaper highlights.